Hello and welcome to Fantasy Premier League Game Week Picks. This is a weekly feature where I stick the neck out and decide on the best player selections across 6 categories. The categories are the essential pick, the must-have player for the game week, nice to have, a 1 game week punt player selection. Then we have the differential option, a player with less than 10% ownership amongst managers. The clean sheet team selection, a team not likely to concede a goal this weekend. Budget pick, a cheap player pick to score well. And finally the all important captaincy choice, top pick to score double points for your team.
Game week 9 was a low scoring game week for most managers. If you were one of those managers, the best thing you can do is just stay positive, don't make any rash transfers or knee-jerk decisions on your team. Let's see if I can help you bounce back for game week 10.
The essential pick for game week 10 is Mo Salah. The Egyptian Prince is currently priced at 12.8 million and selected by just under 30% of teams, but both price and ownership should continue to rise as the deadline approaches for game week 10. Salah is yet to register a double-digit score this season, but one can't help but think he is a ticking time bomb with his impressive underlying stats. Taking a look at the SofaScore movement heat maps for the last 4 games, evidently Salah is not known for his defensive duties or tracking back, positioning himself almost exclusively in the opposition's half. With a great momentum building 8-pointer against Huddersfield behind him, managers can be confident of returns in a favourable home game against Cardiff City next. Cardiff's away record this campaign has been pretty poor. No win, including 3 losses, 1 draw. They've scored just the 1 goal and conceded 7 along the way. So fixture, form and underlying stats all give Mo Salah the edge this week. He is our game week 10 essential pick. The nice to have game week 10 punt is Mesut Ozil. 3 reasons for this risky pick. Reason 1 is 35 FPL points in his last 4 starts. A favourable away fixture against Crystal Palace for free scoring Arsenal is reason 2. And last but definitely not least, let's check out this filthy assist by Mesut Ozil against Leicester last game week. He flicks the ball on to start the move. The ball goes out wide to Bellerin, he dummies to Lacazette, returns the ball and then sets up Auba for a tap in. That is a ridiculous goal by Arsenal and Ozil was centred to it. That's why he's our nice to have punt for game week 10. Differential pick for game week 10 is David Luiz. There's plenty of convincing reasons to back up this pick. First and foremost, he missed 2 big chances against Man United, hitting the woodwork on 1 occasion last game week. He's played every minute of FPL so far. He's cheap at 5.5 million, low ownership at 4.5% team selected, and his next 3 fixtures are very favourable. He's playing Burnley away, Palace home, and then Everton at home in game week 12. Managers like Gunnar FPL are looking at David Luiz as a cheap route into this Chelsea defence. FPL Red Devil also appreciates the value and aerial threat that David Luiz brings to the table. He plays Burnley away from home game week 10 and he is our differential pick. The clean sheet team selection for game week 10 is Liverpool. They top the clean sheet table with 6 and play a Cardiff team who've scored only once away from home so far. Nailed options are Alisson, Robertson and Van Dijk. Be very wary of the rotational risk that would come with the likes of Gomez and Alexander-Arnold, also Lovren. The game week 10 budget option is Brighton's Shane Duffy. Priced at a lowly 4.5 million and with a team selected by percentage of 4.3. Duffy is a constant threat from set pieces and maybe doesn't have the goals to back that up yet. Brighton have had 2 successive clean sheets in the Premier League and they play a Wolves team next at home who have had their confidence knocked. That's why I'm backing Duffy to register some attacking returns in the next few game weeks and maybe the odd clean sheet thrown in. He's our budget pick for game week 10. Our safe captaincy choice this week is Mo Salah, but we're going to look at a more differential option in Marko Arnautovic. Arnie gets his first mention in our season picks. He's got a current ownership of 16.8% and an affordable price tag of 7 million. His recent blanks in game week 8 and 9 don't tell the full story. It took a Hugo Lloris wonder save to deny him in game week 9. Great visual from FPL status showing the top player statistics for game week 9. As you can see, Arnautovic had the most shots on target. Marco had 5 attempts on goal in both the Brighton and Spurs defeats. Match heat maps along with stats show how integral a role he plays in the West Ham offence. Arnautovic has a 51.8% chance of contributing to a West Ham goal. He faces a Leicester team who have conceded 5 goals in their last 2 Premier League outings. That is why Marco Arnautovic is our differential captaincy choice for game week 10. Here's a summary of all our game week 10 picks. Let me know your own suggestions in the comment section below, and good luck for game week 10.